Ypsilanti Township versus Shannon Phillips, case number 24W001656.
Paul Barnett on behalf of the township.
Court received I do not accept this offer. I do not consent to these proceedings without prejudice. UCC 1308 stamp on the notice that was sent to the defendant not signed in under a proper name today of Shannon Phillips. This is scheduled for a contempt proceeding. Sworn to issue $2,500, 10%.
You can sense it right away. The tension in this courtroom isn't really about tags or documents. It's belief colliding with reality. Shannon Phillips walks in, not with an attorney, but with internet-learned legal jargon. UCC 1 to 308, without prejudice. I do not consent. To someone unfamiliar, it might sound strong, but to a real judge, it's just meaningless noise that slows down justice.
Number 24W001656. This is the Township of Ypsilanti versus Shannon Phillips. Hi, can you state your name for the record, please? Okay, thank you very much. So today is the date and time set for an arraignment in this matter. What I have here is a citation from May 27th of 2024 that charges that on or about that date you did operate a motor vehicle on E-Course Road at or near Harris Road with improper plates. It says that the plate did not come back to the vehicle that it was on. That is a misdemeanor with a maximum penalty of up to 90 days in jail, a $500 fine with court costs, or both. Do you understand all that?
No, I do not understand.
So let me clarify. When I ask if you understand, what I want to know is, do you know now what you are being charged with, whether or not you agree with it?
No, I do not agree with it. And I filed paperwork to the court
Yes.
expressing that.
Okay, and I'm cutting you off for a second because I'm not asking if you agree with it. I have explained that you're being charged with having improper plates. Do you understand that that is what you are being charged with? Again, I'm not asking if you agree with it. I just want to make sure, because the purpose of this hearing is to determine whether or not you are competent to stand trial.
This is where the judge truly earns respect. Watch how carefully she breaks down every right in every phrase. She isn't mocking Shannon. She's protecting her. Courtrooms aren't made to shame people. They're meant to ensure understanding. But when a person refuses to understand, the process becomes a tug of war. The judge is trying to bring the discussion back to facts, while Shannon keeps drifting into belief and ideology.
At least. Do you know what you are being charged with now?
Yeah, I see it on the paper.
Okay, thank you. So, you do have the right to remain silent because anything that you say out loud or in writing can be used against you in court. You have the right to be presumed innocent beyond a reasonable doubt. You have the right to a trial by judge.
That's part of what makes this so interesting. Do you know what you're being charged with? Yeah, I see it on the paper. All right, thank you. You have the right to remain silent because anything you say, spoken or written, can be used against you in court. You have the right to be presumed innocent beyond a reasonable doubt. And you have the right to a trial, either by judge or by jury.
Right to be represented by an attorney during all stages of these court proceedings. You do not have to disclose citizenship status to the court, but you do have the right to consult with an attorney to see if these proceedings would have any effect on your citizenship status. If that does not apply to you, then do not worry about it. Do you wish to have the public defender speak on your behalf?
No.
Okay. In regards to the misdemeanor charge against you, how are you pleading at this time?
Or stand in mute.
Okay. I am going to set this.
Ma'am, this has been long and drawn out since, May. I don't even have that vehicle anymore. Unfortunately, I've had to buy 2 vehicles since that vehicle. Not to mention how aggressive and threatening your officers was when they approached my vehicle. Not to mention they were pulling on my door yelling and screaming for me to get out or they were going to pull me out. I do have that video on my phone. However,
here's where we see the human cost of misinformation. Many people genuinely think that quoting codes or refusing consent can somehow protect them from the law. In truth, it only isolates them further. The more she repeats, "I don't understand," the more it feels like she doesn't want to. That's when courts start asking about competency, not as mockery, but as protection.
it's not working. I have to use my phone.
Before you continue, couple of things. One, I will note that the officers are not court employees, so they are not the court's officers. What I am going to do, because it is the next step in this process, is set you for a pretrial. Okay? The purpose of the hearing today is to make sure that you know what you're being charged with and what the potential penalties are. The next step is a pretrial, which is where you will get to discuss with the judge more of what that day, and if you have evidence, then you can bring it up then. Your pretrial is being scheduled for November 27th.
11/27.
This year, so that's 11/27,
Mhm.
2024. That will be at 9 in the morning over Zoom before Judge.
Now the story shifts. Shannon opens up, not about forms or legal theories, but about pain. She says she was dragged, yelled at, and humiliated by officers. Whether that's true or not, it's the first moment we see real emotion from her. For a brief second, the slogans fall away, revealing a person angry, scared, maybe even wronged. That's a tragedy here. Truth gets buried beneath defiance.
Because of your appearance here today, I am recalling the bench warrant that issued for your arrest on October 9th. That bench warrant had issued because of failure to appear for a number of arraignment dates that were set.
But I was there and I have proof of that as well. I was on the hearing. It did the same thing it was doing now, saying that the host was there and would let me in. But I sat there for over like 2 hours on the 9th and the 10th and wasn't let inside the Zoom on either day. I do have screenshots of that, so I'll present that as well.
Bench warrant is being recalled, so that is going away.
Thank you.
The court is setting a personal recognizance bond, so basically you're promising to appear for the next court date. Again, that's November 27th. I will note that sometimes, depending on the size of the docket, it can take a long time. And I think my arraignment docket last Wednesday took 3.5 hours. So it can take a long time. So long as you're seeing the message that the Zoom is still going on and that the host knows you're there and can let you in, then as much as it is not a whole lot of fun, you should wait. Okay? Okay. So.
Not at the moment. I don't believe so, no.
Okay, thank you. So your next court date again, November 27th, 2024, 9 in the morning over Zoom before Judge Washington. Thank you. So if you don't have any questions, you are free.
This judge could have lost her patience long ago. Instead, she shows something rare, calm authority. She explains the next steps, recalls a warrant, and even thanks the defendant for showing up. That's composure under pressure. In viral courtroom clips, we usually see shouting. Here, we see restraint and control.